Good evening, my name is Kacper Paradowski and you are watching Poland Daily News. Today, Law and Justice Party leaders discussed possible changes to the government posts. The changes are planned to be implemented in the autumn. One of the proposed changes is the slimming down of the cabinet of Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki. As of now, it has been confirmed that the Prime Minister is to retain his post. The executive body of the Law and Justice Party discussed possible changes to the makeup of the government cabinet. Earlier, the chairman of the Law and Justice Party, Jarosław Kaczyński, had signaled that such changes are to be expected and noted that the Prime Minister is to retain his post. The number of ministerial posts will be reduced from 21 to 11 or 12. There are some controversies concerning deputy ministers who have taken on double duties of both minister and member of parliament at the same time. As far as I know, this is the second attempt of reducing the number of posts of Secretary and Under-Secretary of State. Earlier, Deputy Speaker of the House, Ryszard Terlecki, said that the member parties of the United Right coalition will receive one ministerial cabinet post each, which used to be the norm. However, at the moment, the members of the coalition parties hold two cabinet posts each and do not agree with implementing any changes in this matter. It is, in fact, the agreement of the coalition that determines this number. First, we must hold a meeting and speak about current issues. The most important matter ahead of us at the moment is the defining of an ambitious economic program for Poland. In my opinion, the goal is for the government to be working more efficiently, and this goal is focused on the structure of government and not on particular persons holding the posts. This is a good moment to have such a discussion, because the changes are to be implemented in a month, and we now have time to discuss them. The decisions concerning the new structure of the Polish government are planned to be announced in September. 100 years ago, in the face of the Bolshevik forces advancing towards Warsaw and the rest of Europe, the Polish Council of National Defense was established. Its goal was to defend the recently regained independence. The cabinet of the then Prime Minister, Wincenty Witos, rose above party affiliations and fulfilled its role to the letter. President of Poland, Andrzej Duda, honored the memory of the fathers of independence today. It was a historic moment for Poland, which was rising from the ashes and had to face the Bolshevik wave, the Bolshevik aggression. The Bolsheviks were nearly at the edge of Warsaw. The political situation was very difficult, and it was no other than Wincenty Witos who took this indescribable, unimaginable responsibility upon his shoulders. He became the leader of the Polish government, which was to be the last chance for the Polish state to survive. This symbolic gesture shows the seriousness of the situation. I can say with confidence that in a few days we are all opening the celebrations of the centenary of the Battle of Warsaw. We must remember that the 24th of July, the creation of the government of Wincenty Witos, was the prelude to this great victory over the Bolsheviks. Today, the Sejm elected law sociologist Dr. Błażej Kmiecik as chairman of the State Committee Against Pedophilia. In his first statement to the media, he announced that he would not allow the work of the commission to be politicized and that the mission he undertook is the most delicate of all, for the sake of the victims.
Przede wszystkim, jeżeli mówimy o pedofilii, mówimy, proszę państwa, o złu.
First of all, if we talk about pedophilia, we talk about evil. Working for many years in a psychiatric hospital, I have repeatedly had the opportunity to talk to young people who have been wronged by the perpetrators of the most horrible crime, which is an act of pedophilia. Please believe me when I stand here before you as a member of the Commission, as well as its chairman, and I thank you for the trust that the representatives of our nation have placed in me. I will lead the activities of this new place, which will be the Commission, as well as the office office that we are creating. This institution will deal with systemic support for people who have experienced suffering, pain, and very often also damage to their dignity. At the same time, we will fight unequivocally to ensure that those who have committed this crime will bear the criminal responsibility they deserve.
Poniosło odpowiedzialność karną, na którą zasługują.
US President Donald Trump cancelled the Republican Party convention planned for August in Jacksonville, during which he was to officially accept the appointment of Republicans in the presidential elections. The reason for the president's decision was the recent spike in coronavirus cases in Florida. Donald Trump announced his decision during a press conference on the epidemiological situation in the USA. The immediate reason for cancelling the convention in Jacksonville is the increasing incidence of coronavirus in Florida. Therefore, the Republican candidate is to be announced at the convention in North Carolina.
So I told my team it's time to cancel the Jacksonville, Florida component of the GOP convention. Will be starting in North Carolina for the Monday, as has always been planned. We were never taking that off. That's remaining as it is. The delegates are going to get together. That's where they do their nomination. So the delegates are going to North Carolina, and they'll be doing the nomination. And we're going to do some other things with tele-rallies and online the week that we're discussing, which will be really good. I think we're going to do it well.
The party nomination of the Republicans is simply a formality. The incumbent president, who enjoys high public support, is certain of his nomination. It is also almost certain that his opponent in the elections scheduled for the 3rd of November will be Joe Biden, former US Vice President in Barack Obama's cabinet. According to the latest epidemiological data, almost 70,000 new infections have been reported in the US over the last 24 hours, accounting for one of the highest results since the beginning of the epidemic in the country. The number of deaths is also rising. Just yesterday, 1,150 people have died because of COVID-19 in the USA. The worsening epidemiological situation in the USA may be a harbinger of the so-called second wave of the epidemic, which, according to scientists, may increase the number of deaths to as much as 180,000. That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for Poland Daily Business. Good night.